You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Why you gotta take it there?
Retake. This isn't gonna work.
We're not talking about any integrity in this
We are
room.
trying to exploit a generation.
Ever tell you about that time when I paid for Chinese food with the DVD? The grease is the gravy.
You guys played footsie over the table.
No, yes, but that's irrelevant. I can smell Pepto-Bismol from here. It tastes like an antacid tablet. Why are there so many Draculas everywhere? No, there's vampires everywhere.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 105. That's 205. That's your math trick of the week.
Yeah, that's
100 plus 105.
this is 205.
Thank you, Professor Adam Ham, my co-host,
Yeah,
and I am your host.
John Rowe.
Thank you. I said your name, and it was only
Yeah.
fair that you would say mine. I'm glad you picked up on what I was putting
Agreed.
down.
Yeah,
That's great. That is fucking teamwork, as Tenacious D would say.
that's rapport.
I know. That's Michael Rapperport. Mm-hmm. That's why that's why his last name is like that, because he has very good rapport with everybody.
Yeah,
I love
is that like
word.
rapport for rappers?
Rapport for rappers is Rapperport. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Like if you're good at mixing or jumping in on someone's track to lay a few
Yeah,
verses down, that's some good Rapperport.
if you're featured on some albums,
Rapperport.
you got some good rapport.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's going in the Urban Dictionary. The only problem with Rapperport
Yeah,
is it's spelled exactly like rapport.
there should be an extra P in there somewhere.
I mean, maybe. But I'm pretty sure rapport is Rappaport.
No, it's Rapport.
Okay. You're right. Wait, are you sure?
Yeah,
Adam, we're gonna learn some spelling on Google.
listen, 7th grade Gage County spelling champ.
That's
Here.
true.
I know how to
Oh,
spell
damn
rapport.
it. I'm missing up the spelling of Rapperport. Michael Rapperport. I've like double tricked myself with this.
Rappaport.
Yeah. I'm spelling it like Michael Rapperport. Which I was just double tricking myself with the spelling there. I'm so used to speaking and writing about Michael Rapperport that it just comes naturally.
I see.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Anyway. All right, Adam.
Yeah.
A week has passed since
Yeah.
we have last recorded.
Indeed.
Much has happened in the world.
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, in the world and the world of video games.
Yeah. Stuff happened.
I got some news stories. We got a couple video game and movie news things. Mm-hmm. We can go through May's releases as well
You?
by the end of this episode. But I'll start off with what my life has become. Adam, my life has become a game.
Yeah.
And I think you know what game it is.
The game of life.
The game of life. Yes, the board game Life. I've gotten way into the strategy. I'm actually a competitive Life player.
Yeah.
Man, does that exist?
I don't think so, but that'd be
Because
kinda
that board game is kind of shit.
cool. Yeah.
There isn't really like
It's a lot of chance involved. A lot of skill.
it's like an adult version of like Candyland.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's literally you spin a spinner and then random pieces to get like little tokens that do random things. It's pretty
Just
much
like life.
It is a really bad board game, actually, but it's kind of fun because by the end of the board game of Life, you have like a life story for your character. You know what I mean? Like because you'll play through life and be like, oh, we had 3 kids, I got married, or I didn't get married, or do you think there's gay marriage in life? You can probably do that, right?
I don't know, actually.
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
I don't think so, because I think, generally speaking, they, like, you have kids and stuff. Like, there's no adoption. I don't know. Unless they've updated it fairly recently.
Well, Adam, there's one reason why gay marriage shouldn't include. Because the game of life doesn't allow for it, and that is definitely the way it is. Oh, wait a minute. As a kid, one of my favorite games. This is from Logo Network. The Game of Life. There's a latest version of Game of Life. Oh my God! Look at this. There's an online version of Game of Life on Hasbro, right? Mm-hmm. And you click the spouse of your choice, and you can be a girl or a guy. It's cool. Just immediately, secretly gay inclusive. That's cool. Pretty awesome, actually. Yeah. They're just treated the exact same way. They even got like a screenshot here of like a marriage photo with a little kid with two guys. Look at that. Now, there are a lot of comments from people that negatively dislike the game.
Of course.
Any game that has such questionable material should have parental advisory. Same-sex or star marriage. I'm assuming gay is immediately not allowed text. Marriage is not what my kids... Spelled marriage wrong, too. Marriage is what my kids will see until I'm ready to explain it.
Wait, how do you spell it?
Marraige.
Oh.
Marraige.
Marraige.
Oh, wait, no, here's one. I think it's beautiful this game has chosen to take the high road and depict love as the way nature intended it. Thumbs up. The game is supposed to be a children-family game. There's part of the game that's very inappropriate for a family game. Therefore, I don't understand how like a gay relationship is inherently inappropriate.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's kind of one of those things that's really interesting because you hear like people like that are in high school and stuff now talk about it. They're just like, yeah, well, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't. What are you mad about? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's
like,
clearly one of those things where it's like just enough old people have to die, and you know
they must die,
and then everybody will be happy.
Oh my God! A conservative Christian site decries Game of Life's gay agenda. WorldNet Daily, a hard-hitting investigative report into Hasbro's downloadable PC title, The Game of Life. Anyway. Did you know what? That can't be right. This has to be a century off. I'm looking up. I have to look up the Game of Life because this article. It says this game was holy shit. I want you to guess what year this game was originally developed in.
1942.
You know, because I'm incredulous. So you're like, oh, it's got to be old.
Yeah.
Like crazy. Adam?
Yeah?
1860.
Oh, man.
Before the Civil War.
Damn.
It was called the checkered Game of Life back then. It was America's first popular parlor game, which simulated a person's travels through his or her life from college to retire. Okay. Well, that's the new version. But I guess in the old version, it got updated in 1960. 100 years later.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, the checkered Game of Life was totally like a board. Like, they have a board here. It looks like a checkerboard. And like there's like a wealth thing, a marriage thing, gambling debts, politics. Damn. Like there's all sorts of like little like tokens that you would end up going on. So yeah, it totally kind of existed in the way that it did back then. That's crazy. Adam, you want to know another 19th century game from 1843?
Yeah.
The Mansion of Happiness.
Oh, wow.
An instructive, moral, and entertaining amusement.
Nah, I don't play that game.
I like how everything in the 1800s has to have like a super long name.
Yeah.
Oh, would you like to play The Mansion of Happiness? An instructive, moral, and entertaining amusement for the children. Like, what the fuck? This board game is inspired by Christian morality. Oh, God. This has to be a board game that the Flanders has played, then.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically you have to be a good Christian boy or girl. And then you get to the Mansion of Happiness, which is heaven. So basically you die.
Yes, the board game in which you want to die.
There's a Family Guy Game of Life.
That doesn't surprise me.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
You know, a little spin on it. Enter the spin zone. That's what I say every time it's my turn to spin the Game of Life.
Yeah. You need to watch some Fox. That's the no spin zone.
Nope, I only like the spin zone.
Oh, okay.
That is, Adam,
Yeah.
Fox calling their spin zone the no spin zone, secretly the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, I love that they're also spinning it as the no spin zone by naming it the no spin zone.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's deep. I didn't even think of that.
They're literally like trying to like let you know that this is a no spin zone by spinning that like graphics and title at you. Anyway, that's enough about Fox News. Or as I like to pronounce it, FAUX News, faux news.
Oh, man.
Did you see what I did there?
I do.
I'm a literate man of stature, and I have made this pun. Okay. That's enough of you.
That's what I'm going to say every time I make a pun now.
What was it?
I am a literate man of stature, and I've made a pun.
Oh, fuck! I'm screwed. That's gonna add like probably at least 10 minutes of just saying that a day. The amount of puns that I spin off. And I like to say that when you say a pun, you spin off a pun because that sounds cooler.
Yeah.
No, Adam, my life, the game of my life, this weekend. Can you tell the listeners what it is? I bet you can tell.
Was it Connect 4? Because
No.
that'd be awesome. Oh.
It's on the notepad that you have open.
Yeah? You assume much.
I see your cursor in our shared Google Doc.
Yeah, that one. Diablo?
No, fucking Christ.
Counter-Strike?
Yes, the first game I have listed.
Counter-Strike doesn't sound like a way to describe your life.
It's
Diablo does.
Yeah.
Diablo
Actually,
describes my life.
Which what?
No, I just described my work today. That was all.
Oh man. We can talk about work later. I have a little work topic that I would like to get into with the new section of the podcast I'm introducing today.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get into that. I'm going to get music for it, so you'll hear it. It's partially why I'm getting the timestamps of everything now. Also, quick warning, my computer may crash.
Yeah.
So if this episode has a break in it, that's what happened. You can laugh when you hear the break music. It's been good, though. I did a restart.
Yeah.
Like, I rebooted everything as a precautionary measure. But I was playing Counter-Strike Go as Adam texted me ready to start. That's why I messaged you, so that I could see if I could get some more games in.
Yeah.
Adam?
Yeah.
You never played a lot of PC first-person shooters, did you?
I played a little bit of Half-Life 2, and I played some later stuff too, but not a lot of old stuff now.
Half-Life 1, probably some Medal of Honor, some of the old ones.
Day of Defeat.
Yeah, some of the classics.
Mm-hmm. Team Fortress 2, played a bit of that.
Maybe a Call of Duty, the first one.
I'm sure there's been a Call of Duty or two in there that I played.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heeded the Call of Duty.
Yes.
Adam, my drug of choice as a child was not marijuana, alcohol, cocaine. It was a little thing called Counter-Strike, particularly version 1.6. I played it so much Counter-Strike 1.6 over a 56K modem. My parents can have many memories of being like picking up the phone to call someone and then yelling at me because I'm too busy opping fools, on DE Dust 2 or Office. But that was my favorite map, by the way. It was the Office building. That's my favorite map. But Counter-Strike 1.6, for those of you who don't know, it is a modification to the PC game Half-Life, the very first one. And that game was awesome. It's kind of a team-based first-person shooter where you have terrorists versus counter-terrorists. And the terrorists' objective is, depending on the map, either blowing up a location or rescuing hostages. or defending some hostages so they don't get rescued. The counter-terrorists either have to kill all the terrorists or defuse the bomb or rescue the hostages. So a little bit asymmetrical in objectives on all the maps, and big deal. You die, you're out.
Yeah.
For the round. So if you get shot, you have to wait for about 2 or 3 minutes till the round ends. It's an interesting mechanic because I also played a ton of Day of Defeat, which Adam knows about. That's the World War II version of the. It was very much Counter-Strike-esque in like the shooting model because it's the same. It's a mod for the same game, so it felt a lot the same shooting wise, but with World War II locations and weapons. And I liked Day of Defeat more because it did have instant spawns, and it was much more of like a Battlefield style game where you'd have to capture an area with people, and then you move to the next area and capture it, and then the person who captures the whole map wins. So that I honestly prefer that gameplay more even today. I really wish they would make a Day of Defeat Go or something.
They have like the Source one that they.
Yeah, but I mean, Source is like 2006 now. Like,
yeah, I suppose
the game's almost 10 years old.
Yeah,
probably older than 10 years.
Well, the original Day of Defeat for sure.
No, but Day of Defeat Source is probably 10 years old, if not more.
Yeah, probably actually, because we played that in high school, I think.
Yeah.
So,
well, I remember the Source stuff coming out when I was
like 15 years ago.
No, not Day of Defeat Source. Day of Defeat Source came out in 2010, which is a lie.
That is, that's not true.
I'm assuming it got re-released in 2010. I'm looking at the Steam page. I could look it up on Wikipedia. Day of Defeat Source. I think Day of Defeat Source doesn't have bots either. Maybe it does. If it has bots, I would play it a lot more. But it came out originally in 2005.
2005?
Yeah, it got re-released in 2010 with achievements and stuff.
We played not the Source version in high school, though.
We did play not the Source version in high school.
Yeah, right.
But that was an awesome game because... because I, with those with PC shooters, particularly with Counter-Strike and Half-Life, it was pretty much powerful weapons.
Yeah.
Like one shot, one kill. You know what I mean? Like, as a Germans, which I preferred, only because of the rifle that they start with, the rifleman gets, which is the Kar 98K, which has a super long range and is like totally, you hit torso, you kill. So, but it was bolt action, so you had to wait about 2 seconds to get another shot off. So you had to make it count, but it kind of rewarded skillful aiming, which as like a 16-year-old, I was real good at.
Yeah.
But I definitely love Day of Defeat so much more, but it's just not around. But I played a ton of Counter-Strike as well.
Yeah.
And Counter-Strike Go is kind of, I guess it came out in 2012 initially. And it's kind of like Valve's Dota, but for Counter-Strike. So it's like a hyper-competitive version of Counter-Strike. And it's the same as Dota. So basically, you have a ranking that you have that goes up or down based on how well you do in ranked matches. You have a level that progresses as you get experience for completing matches, or objectives. I guess I got into it because this weekend started the Operation Wildfire, which is Spring 2016's event, and you pay $6 to get the challenge coin item, and then that gives you missions to complete. Which is basically like, get X number of kills with Y weapon in, Z new level. So they introduced like 6 new maps, and all of these new maps basically have different game modes in them. And you just have to get kills with certain weapons in certain maps, or get wins in certain maps. It just adds an extra layer of like a reason to log in every day, because you can do like 3 quests a day basically. So just log in, do your 3 quests. Finish it up. Adam, what's one thing that's popular about Dota 2 that you've seen?
Well, they have all the characters are free, and they have like a lot of customization like stuff. Like I know there's a ton of most of that stuff is pay, I think, but you can also get a lot of it through playing the game as well, like the cosmetic customization stuff. I'm always hearing people talk about their new like whatever those things are, like go fetch your items and shit.
Yep, a new courier.
Couriers, yeah. Couriers and like different like skins and crazy fucking things that alter the way their attacks look and shit.
Yes. Adam?
Yes.
So you may remember a little bit about Dota 2. I don't know if you've ever played it, but I think you've seen people play it or heard about it. But
yeah.
One thing about Dota is that you can unlock, or you'll get, at the end of a match, you'll get gifted a crate. And inside the crate is a random assortment of skins or things, but in Counter-Strike, there's no skins. Which is a thing I actually prefer about this version of Counter-Strike, is that every counter-terrorist looks the same, and every terrorist looks the same, depending on the map. So, like, there's actually a new map called Cruise, where it's like a cruise ship has been taken over by Somali pirates, and everyone looks like a Somali pirate if you're the terrorists, and all the good guys look like a SEAL team, basically, that's come on. So it makes it a lot easier in-game to, like, make the shooting decision, you know what I mean, based on the outline, because you know every single enemy is going to have the same kind of gear on. So you can't really customize your skins in any way. It's kind of a thing they've done. But one thing you can customize is weapon skins. And boy, do they have a lot of them, Adam.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I was gifted... actually, none of these were gifts. So I purchased some crates off of the Steam... some cases, they're called, actually. So I have purchased these off of the marketplace, because the cases for really old expansions are super cheap now, because everyone's already gotten all the stuff out of them that's good. So you can spend 30 cents and get a Chroma 2 case, or the Breakout collection, the very first sets of cases, and then you have to pay $2.50 to get a key to open the case. So every gun skin is $2.50 to begin with.
Damn.
Basically. Yep, I know. Maybe there's a way. I think you can also randomly earn just skins as well for matches, because I've seen people just win like just items, through matches. And I have I actually won dual Berettas, which is a fun weapon, if you remember that Counter-Strike. That's the Akimbo dual pistols, which is really fun. I got dual Berettas, Moon and Libra, like from the Gods and Monsters collection. And so they're like dark and have like some scales imagery on them for Libra. I don't know. Anyway, they're kind of neat. But the weapon skins are fun because they add a way to like customize and give you a reason to keep coming back. You do have to pay for them though.
Yeah.
And they're not cheap. $2.50 a piece. But Adam, I spent $15.
Yeah.
On 6 of those were for the. So actually, I spent $16 because 6 of that was for the expansion, like challenge coin thing. Because I was like, I'll throw some money in, and it's been really fun. I definitely got an entire weekend lost playing this game out of it, so that was pretty good. But one thing that the game adds over the original Counter-Strike, if you were a CS 1.6 player, heavily recommend this game because I know Counter-Strike Source didn't really feel as good. Like the gameplay didn't feel as quick or as snappy, I guess. This feels like home. You know what I mean? For an old Counter-Strike player. But I would recommend playing it, and I would just oh shit, I lost my train. Oh no. Okay, so they've added, so you can play ranked matches just like the original way, or casual matches just like the original way, with the original like gameplay types. And then they've added 3 new gameplay types. I haven't played Demolition, which I think is like the terrorist bombing one, but the maps have been altered to have only one bombing point. So that changes the routing around in the level quite a bit, because usually as a terrorist you have two options to bomb, so nobody knows where anyone's going to be at the start of a map, so for a match. No, but Adam, they added arms race, which is probably my favorite mode, and deathmatch. And deathmatch is basically team deathmatch with random spawns, very much like your Call of Duty team deathmatch, which is awesome. Because you get to pick whatever weapons you want, and when you spawn in, you have like 10 seconds of invulnerability to like go through the buy menu and pick out the loadout you want, and then you can hit F3 to like save it, so it always buys that loadout every time you spawn in. But it's a really awesome way to try out new weapons without having to worry about dying and having to wait 5 minutes to try again. Which is kind of the problem with original Counter-Strike, is the learning curve is so steep, you know what I mean? Because if you're shitty, you just die immediately, and you have to wait for the next round.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing about deathmatch is that the way that it works is a point system, and whichever team has the highest points at the end of the match wins the match. And the points are, you get points for kills, you get like a ton of points for a knife kill, and then every once in a while it'll pop up a random thing saying respawn with bonus weapon, and then every time you get a kill with that bonus weapon you get bonus points. So there's a lot of like incentive to swap weapons a lot in the mode, so it really makes it so you have to like play through all the weapons. It's really good at teaching you how to play the game and what the maps look like, because it takes place on the same maps as the regular mode. So it's actually a really good way to get started, that isn't quite as steep of a learning curve. And then arms race is kind of the same thing as deathmatch. It's a team deathmatch, but you start off with a weapon, and then there's like a 1 to level 16 of weapons. And as you get kills, you level up and get the next weapon. And then you have to get kills with that weapon to get the next weapon. And the person who gets through the 16 levels the fastest gets a golden knife, and they have to get a kill with the golden knife to win. Adam, wake up.
I'm not asleep.
Okay. What's arms race?
Arms race?
Yes.
I don't know.
All right, that's what I was just explaining for the last couple minutes. So,
sorry,
you did not hear any of that. But the listeners did. Arms race is, Adam, you can't lay down on the bed.
I have to. I
You're
can't.
going to
I can't
fall
sit
asleep.
up on it.
Well, can you get a chair?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, don't fall asleep. So, I don't know. Arms race is my favorite though, because you really get kind of a progression in each level. So, like as you get kills, you get the next weapon, and everyone's kind of racing to get the next weapon, and I don't know, it's got really awesome dynamics in the match, because you'll be to the point where level 10 is a shotgun, and the map isn't really built for shotguns, so you have to you'll get stuck on the shotgun for like 5 minutes because you're having a hard time getting kills with it, and then you finally level up to assault rifle, and you're like, thank God. I don't have to try and run around corners and hit people with a shotgun. Anyway, that's definitely my favorite mode, though, is arms race.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me about Counter-Strike Go?
No.
All right.
Counter-Strike has never really been... I don't know. I've never really been super interested in it.
Well, you played a ton of Call of Duty.
Yeah, but it's way too hardcore. People are way too intense. And, there's all kinds of shit like fucking you run faster with a knife. And bullshit like that. That's...
How is that bullshit?
Listen, physically, if you're following physics, sure. That works great. But I don't have to fucking remember that stuff.
You don't have to run faster with a knife, though.
Yeah, but you do at high levels of play.
Okay, but we're not playing in the Major League Gaming regionals every time we play.
Yeah, but people who still play Counter-Strike are good at it.
Maybe, but not necessarily the case of Counter-Strike Go, because there are 250,000 people playing it at any time.
Yeah, and they've all been playing it for 20 years.
That is not true. Adam, I jumped in Okay, maybe I'm a bad.
I was gonna
example.
say you're a bad example because
But
you've been playing it for 20 years.
I jumped in and immediately I've been average to good. I think my kill death ratio is like 1.125, so I'm already getting more kills than I'm dying, so I feel good. But it's not that bad, especially because the deathmatch and arms race modes are a lot more newbie friendly because you don't have to wait to respawn. So you can just pop right back in and learn the weapons. And the casual matches have really fast matchmaking. I mean, you're waiting 10 seconds for a match. So you get right in there. I don't know. It's a lot better than it used to be. I definitely agree with you that the casual or the ranked original gameplay is daunting.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know a map and don't know the corners or the entry choke points where everyone kind of bunches up at, you're gonna get killed. Because I don't know, but I mean, it's come to a point where that like I think not Counter Strike, but Call of Duty is just as competitive. And fast.
I mean, honestly, I don't really like to play any kind of competitive multiplayer first-person shooter.
I guess. Well, we used to play Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, but that's like Modern Warfare 2. The sequel to that one was pretty much the last one I played.
Yeah, I guess.
Like
you're never really into it.
No,
I've always been a first-person shooter gamer.
I do too. I just like single-player experiences with it. I don't want to. I don't like competitive stuff with it.
Yeah, I know. I know. You like a co-op Halo is real fun.
Yeah, co-op shit I love.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Fair enough. Oh man, so we should play Sven co-op some point.
So what?
Sven co-op?
That sounds too Scandinavian.
You're right. It does sound Scandinavian. But you haven't heard of Sven co-op?
No.
Sven co-op. I'll just say it 100 times.
Yeah.
No, it's an online co-op mod for Half-Life.
One?
Is it just the first Half-Life? I thought there was a Sven co-op source. Let me just look it up. Sven co-op Half-Life mod. Anyway, whichever the two games is for, it's a co-op version of Half-Life. Yeah, it's the original Half-Life. It came out in 1999 initially.
Damn.
But I guess people still play it quite a bit because it's basically like it's actually a really interesting story too, because Sven co-op is basically like kind of takes the story from the first Half-Life game and makes it into a co-op game. And in 2013, Valve, which owns the right to Half-Life, gave the Sven co-op development team the rights to publish the mod as a standalone title on Steam, and allowed them to write canon for like the Half-Life universe.
That's cool.
That is pretty badass.
On the other hand, I'd actually kind of like it if Valve would write some real stuff for some canon stuff for the Half-Life universe.
Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen, Adam. When the HTC Vive goes out to consumers,
you think
everyone's gonna like get into it, and it's just gonna like blare on the screen, just like Half-Life 3, or like one of the packing games, Job Simulator, is just gonna be like you play in that game for a bit, and then you like touch a button, and it opens a door to Half-Life 3 in full VR game. God,
I want it to come down in whatever other game you're playing, like in Reboot. Like a cube of Half-Life 3 game that you have to jump into.
You're standing in the little job simulator room, and then you look up, and there's the green glow coming down. It says "Game incoming."
Yes,
and you have to like get ready. And
exactly,
and Fong will be telling you like what you need to do in the game to defeat what's her name, Hexadecimal.
Yeah.
Why do I remember these things?
Or Megabyte.
Or Megabyte. Yes.
Those are the two villains.
Yes, we've talked about this in the past. And,
yes.
Hexadecimal is
whatever you do, don't let the player win the game, or else you'll be sucked up into like the mainframe and come back 30 years later as an old grizzled man with one eye. That happened to Enzo.
Oh, okay. I thought,
and you'll gain a dolphin lady girlfriend or something.
One thing, I thought you were gonna say don't look up hexadecimal fan art.
Oh, no, I can do that. Whatever.
All right.
Whatever floats your boat.
Just don't do it on a work computer.
Yeah.
I've learned that the hard way.
No. Rule 34.
Yep, that's exactly it. Rule 34 applies to everything. Adam?
Yeah.
I talked about Counter-Strike Go, and it has been my life.
Yes.
Before I end it, though, I want to dish.
Mm-hmm.
I've got myself the P2000 Imperial.
Mm-hmm.
Factory new exterior mil-spec grade pistol.
Mm-hmm.
I got that.
That's an auto pistol, isn't it?
Possibly. Let's see here. Accurate and controllable, the German-made. No, that's semi-auto.
Oh, okay.
I've got the Desert Eagle Bronze Deco,
Oh, there you go.
where it has basically just a Desert Eagle with like bronze, like tribal tattoo all over it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks all right. The Abyss. SSG-08 bolt action low damage sniper rifle.
You know, I don't know. If you're gonna call a weapon the Abyss, it should be at least have like lasers or something. I don't know.
All right, Ed.
Like it needs to be like magical or some like
Well, that's not how the life works of...
use a gravitational field to crush everything and that you shoot at. I don't know. The Abyss sounds way too cool for any like regular modern gun.
I'm sorry, the Abyss is mil-spec grade, field tested. So, Adam, for your
Yes.
exteriors of your weapons, there's factory new, field tested, minimal wear, and heavy wear. So, in addition to each skin, you can also get a different like style of each skin. So, like the fat field tested means it's got scuffs all over it. You know what I mean? Or like heavy wear is like means the paint is mostly rubbed off, basically. And minimal wear, you know, is like that. So basically, in addition, and I don't believe that as you use the items, they get more wear on them. I'm pretty sure they just are like that.
Yeah,
so
I hope not.
So yeah, so each skin has like a different like wear setting. It's ridiculous how complicated this is. Like, but I have my XM1014 Tranquility. This is the best weapon in the game for me, the way I play. It's the automatic shotgun. The Tranquility has been hand painted with the image of a woman with long hair. I'm not here for what I need. I'm here for something I want. Imogen and the Oni, Part 2. The Vanguard Collection. Okay?
Okay.
I have my Mac 10 Lapis Gator.
Oh,
Mil-spec grade SMG.
Lapis Gator.
Yep, it's
That
Gator.
sounds like a Metal Gear Solid name, like
It
a
is.
bad guy.
Yep. He has two Mac 10s. No, but the Lapis is lapis colored, blue, with gator skin pattern.
Yeah.
Essentially, I love the description of the Mac 10. Essentially, a box that bullets come out of. It's
Isn't that
totally
really
true,
any
though.
gun? Isn't that really any gun?
No, but like the Mac 10 is like a tiny little square-looking gun that basically has no accuracy and just shoots out as many bullets as possible in a second. But anyway, this has an alligator skin on it, and then I of course have the dual Berettas, Moon and Libra. Two
Moon
large
and
mag
Libra.
Berettas will lower your accuracy and increase load times.
That's confusing too, because like one is an, astronomical object, and the other is like an astrology sign.
Moon and Libra, baby.
That's weird.
It's been painted with a hydrographic and a zodiac motif. Minimal wear. Adam, today's a great day to find romance and kill your rivals.
Okay.
That gun is worth 19 cents.
What gun?
Oh, the dual Berettas.
Oh, okay.
My Lapis Gator is worth 40 cents. The Abyss is 9 cents. The Desert Eagle is 12 cents. And the P2000 is 30 cents. So you could sell items.
That's a pretty good deal for somebody.
Yep.
Yes.
The Tranquility is $2. because it is a classified shotgun, which is one step below the highest rarity. I bought this one separately. Like, I went in the marketplace and bought this gun.
Yeah.
For me, it was about $2. I think it was a little bit less. I think I paid $1.98, whatever, for this gun. But I like it. I bought it because I was using that gun a lot. It was my favorite gun, so I was like, I might as well get a cool skin for it. And this one looked cool because it's got kind of like flowers and like pink. It's a big pink shotgun, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, I'll spend $2. So yeah, I don't know. I'm basically waiting to get another crate drop because I have $250 in my Steam wallet right now, which is what a key costs. So once I get that, I have enough money already to get another key.
Cool.
You know what game I really want to play? Just looking at my Steam.
What?
I should probably buy this. Danganropa.
Oh, yeah.
Trigger Happy Havoc. This came out. It's actually on Linux and Steam OS as well, actually, which is pretty awesome. But Danganropa, you've heard of this game, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a Japanese game that was on Vita originally, but the idea is like I think you're like a group of schoolmates trapped in like I don't know what it is, like a building or like some sort of like school maybe you're trapped in. I think it's a school, and someone has died, I guess, and you're trying to figure out who one of your students is the murderer, like what friend is, and so it's kind of like and you're preparing for a trial, I guess, and you like kind of have some like what's it called, Ace, what's that? Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, yeah, type like wordplay and. You basically go around and talk to people and get their statements and dissect like whether or not they're lying and stuff, and you can come back to them with like evidence and pull their lies, and I think there's like a mechanic where you have like a tribal voting system where like one person will be like executed. So yeah, it's like crazy. It's kind of like a battle royale type like situation, I guess, with your students being pitted against each other. I heard it's just neat. Story's neat. The fucking soundtrack. If you have not heard the Danganronpa theme, listen to it now because it is awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get that, and it's on sale on Steam right now. So maybe I will, but I'm afraid I can't spend any more money.
Yeah,
I got to get my tax return back first. Yeah, so that was basically my whole weekend was buying guns and shooting fools, but
yeah.
Rekindling my first-person shooter abilities. Adam, did you play any games this last week?
Yeah. I played some Pokemon Soul Silver, a remake of the original Soul game.
What system is that on?
Or Silver game, I mean. I'm playing it on just DS Lite.
Okay, so it's original DS?
Yeah.
How much does that cost?
A lot, actually.
No, Soul Silver?
Yeah. At least if you get on like Amazon or something.
Is that where you bought it?
I don't know.
Where did you buy it?
Oh, I didn't buy it at all. Like
you just had a copy?
Yeah.
Neat.
Yes, indeed.
This is the one that came with the Poke Walker.
Yes, although I do not have a Poke Walker.
Of course, nobody has those fucking things.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Boy, you are not wrong about buying this thing.
I know it's like $200.
No, that's a new copy.
Yeah,
a used copy is $62 fucking dollars.
I don't buy used shit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, only very rarely.
I buy used shit of really old games like this because it came out in 2010.
Yeah, that's probably the wise move.
Or if it's a DS Lite game, you just get a little R4 cart with a SD card in it, and boy, is it easy to have every single game.
Yeah.
I think that's dumb though. I really fucking hate that. But because Pokemon Platinum came out in the DS, $150 for a new copy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they stopped making them at a certain point.
It's the Nintendo, man. They like have a forced scarcity with all of their software.
Yeah.
Diamond.
The nice thing about Pokemon is that you kind of always know they're remaking them. Like they'll do like a new generation, then they'll make a remakes, and then they'll like put out the third game for a generation.
I guess that like it's kind of cool though, because I'm seeing that Pokemon Diamond, you can sell used for $26. I have a copy of that, and I might just want to sell it.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm never gonna play that again.
Yeah.
God damn, that's making me think about going back to my my giant DS game collection here and seeing what can be sold for a lot.
I'm actually thinking about getting one of the new 3DS ones, the Pokemon ones they have for like 20th anniversary.
Yeah, and it comes with I think a download code for the games.
You get both red and blue from the eShop. The original two games.
Which is a $20 value because they're selling them for $10.
Yes.
It's a bit of a bitch move by them.
Although the only thing I'm thinking about is I might actually just want to get like a new 3DS XL.
Oh, this isn't the XL.
No, that's the thing that sucks. Like the Pokemon
get the
ones...
XL. Don't even bother.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks, but I mean, it looks like the new Nintendo 3DS XL in black is only $215.
Yeah, the other one's like $200. So
it's not real. Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a Fire Emblem Fates edition of the 3DS XL.
Yeah, I think I would really like Fire Emblem, but the way that they're doing this latest one, Fates, seems really shitty.
What?
Because
how's that shitty?
You play like half the game.
You don't play half the game. You play a full game, and there's another full game.
No, that's the thing. That's like the way it is with Pokemon. But like this one, like halfway through,
no, it's
you have to
different
make a
than
story
Pokemon.
choice. Huh?
It's different than Pokemon because the game is wildly different depending on which one you choose.
That's the thing. But if you choose the one that you don't have, you have to pay for it.
That is not correct.
That's
If you buy it as one version, I'm very I forget how it works. I think if you buy I feel like you buy it as one version, it'll allow you to switch if you make the choice.
Yeah, but you have to pay for it if you choose the other one.
Okay, but you know which one you're going to want going out from the get-go.
No, you don't.
Oh, you do, because you're going to want Birthright.
Well, you don't necessarily know that until...
Well, but everyone will tell you want Birthright.
Well, I guess, but like, if... I would be pissed if I had played that game, got to that point, made a decision, and I didn't have the right one that I wanted. That would be fucking terrible.
Well, knowing you and the way you'd want to play, you'd probably want Birthright. And also,
and then they're coming out with another one later on, a third one, that's like a third path.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how you get mad about having more game available.
That's the thing. You don't have more game available. You have to pay for more game available.
You can get another game. I don't get what you're mad about. You get more game.
You have to pay for it though. Like halfway through a game, you might have to pay for more game. It's better than them
just releasing one of the 3 storylines and being like, "Well, there's your $60 or $40 game. Now you get a $40 game.
There
pay
are plenty
$20
of games
to get
that
the other
have branching options, where you don't have to buy a whole other fucking game if you make a choice.
Then buy the $80 version that has all 3 versions in it.
That is, I don't want to pay $80 fucking for a DS game.
It's just the way that the fucking game is built, Adam.
I know, and that's shitty. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's good. I think
not.
I think it's cool. You get multiple games because you can buy the other storyline path for only $20. If you pay $60, you got both paths.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Anyway, Adam, I'm going to suggest that you get this 3DS XL Hyrule Gold Limited Edition.
That's the one that my friend has. That's the only thing
It looks fucking amazing.
It does, but he has one, and if I have one, we won't be able to tell them apart.
That's fair enough. Then that's the best reason not to get one. I only say that because it looks fucking stellar.
It does look stellar. It looks really cool.
Mine's lame.
like it.
I just have the blue one.
I just have a red one. But
Yeah.
but no, that's the only reason I wouldn't get that one is because that one does look super cool. It's also not a new 3DS. It's just a regular 3DS XL.
No, the what?
It's just a 3DS XL. It's not a
No,
new
it's
one.
not. It's just I'm reading it right here. It says new Nintendo 3DS XL.
Oh, maybe it's a different one that I'm thinking of. Then
Yeah, there's a
the one that has
Hyrule-
Ocarina of Time.
No, this one has. This one doesn't have
there's-
anything. Maybe Majora's Mask.
Because there was one I think that came out with Ocarina of Time that was a 3DS XL. It's gold and it has like the Triforce on it and a
Yeah,
black
this is-
back.
Uh,
Because if that's the one, it's not a new 3DS XL.
I don't know how to describe this to you. It just says. It says on the box, new Nintendo 3DS XL Hyrule Edition.
Maybe it means new as in like not used.
No, it's the little like new, like with little sparkles around it logo that the new Nintendo 3DS has.
I have not seen any new 3DS XLs that come with like a Legend of Zelda thing.
Well, the Fire Emblem 3DS XL.
Because there haven't been any Zelda games out recently. It would have to be like a new game that was coming out.
No, it was Majora's Mask. Came out this fall.
Oh, that's not the gold one, is it?
I don't know what to describe this to you. I'm looking at a box that says
Well, that one I
limited
have to actually
edition
look it up.
gold, and it says it on there.
I have to look it up.
GameStop, Hyrule Edition, Gold Edition, $200. Oh, you know what? Wait, was it Triforce Adventures it came out with? That's it.
Oh, okay, I see it here. The Majora's Mask one does look different than the regular one.
Okay, but the
It has like
but
a
this,
weird mask face on it.
But the gold 3DS is
Even that doesn't say new. New 3DS.
it does.
You're just on Amazon?
Adam. Just believe me. I'm looking at it right now. There was the Hyrule Gold Edition one comes with Nintendo the Triforce Heroes game.
Triforce Heroes.
Yeah, which came out this fall.
Okay.
That wasn't well received as much.
Yeah.
Link Between Worlds though is a game you should buy though if you get a chance. 'Cause
Yeah.
that is a good
I'll play
game.
that one.
That's this Ocarina of Time. Yeah, there's two different ones here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a Majora's Mask and a Triforce Heroes version. Basically, any like
There's an
release.
Ocarina of Time one, because that's the one that my
Yep,
friend has.
sure. There's just multiple different versions for each one. I would suggest getting a 3DS XL though, because
Yeah.
I have a 3DS XL and it is fucking awesome. Although if you didn't want to get a new one, the old ones are cheaper.
Yeah, I know, but
There's the Smash Brothers one that is 170. Man, I guess you might as well get the new one, though.
shit, that does look cool.
What?
But
Oh, the gold one. You finally got to it.
yeah,
It looks like a brick of gold.
It has the awesome like Triforce symbol on it too.
Yeah.
Like not like just the Triforce, but like the whole like eagle bullshit, which does look badass. But Jesus Christ, that one's like $269.
So wait, does the new 3DS XL Fire Emblem Fates Edition even come with a game?
I don't know.
I don't think it does. I'm reading this and nowhere does it say it comes with a game. Holy shit, really? Yeah, it doesn't come with a game. It just has a cool art. It's black and white. The bottom's black, the top's white.
It does look. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But
I'm just saying.
how much is that one?
200. It's the same as the regular ones.
Oh God, like $269 for that Hyrule Gold.
Yeah, but that's from a reseller.
It's
You might be able to
so
find it in stock
pretty.
at some GameStop somewhere.
This is
since
by
it came out in the
Nintendo.
fall.
What
What?
I'm looking at. What I'm looking at says by Nintendo. Like
Oh, really?
it's. It was. Or wait, maybe I'm not looking at that right. I don't know. Fuck it. We should stop talking about this.
We're like making purchases.
I know. I'm doing my shopping right now.
No, but I don't know. I wish I could get into the Fire Emblem games.
Yeah, I think I could. Like the most recent one, other than like the Fates one.
Actually, I heard that one was pretty good.
Really cool. I would probably get that.
I play it in bitch mode, but
yeah, me too.
I don't get like when that game came out. So those of you who don't know what bitch mode means for that, but so like the game, you can have it set to a mode where there's permadeath for your characters. So if you lose somebody in battle, they're gone forever. Mm-hmm. And these are characters with like dialogue options and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah. I'd feel kind of like I can understand it. Like so you want to play that way, but and I've heard people like say like you have to play it that way. You know, like that's the way it's meant to be played. I'm like, no, like man.
People who say like you gotta play it on hard or extreme, or
like the whole
survival
time,
mode or whatever.
I would just be like playing super conservatively as not to get anyone killed, and of course, if somebody died, I'd just immediately restart. Like I don't know, it's just I don't think I'd play it right. Basically, I would much rather have it where they get injured and have to sit out a battle or something. But yeah, that's Fire Emblem Awakening. Mm-hmm. Fucking, I want to buy that game, but it's never on sale. It's $40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could get a used copy for $30, I guess. But I don't know. I almost bought it about 4 times, and then I decided not to. So I was just like, I can't buy another game because I know I'm just not going to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Birthright is like sold out as well. It's by Games for Sale. Conquest, though, Prime members only pay $32 for the game.
Wow, great.
Conquest seems pretty cool. So do you know anything about the 2 different stories?
Well, one I guess has like the overworld, and the other one has just like a series of missions or something.
Yeah, yeah. So, but the storyline is basically Fire Emblem Fates.
One you side with an evil king guy, the other one you like a revolutionary or something. Yeah,
so Birthright is like you hang out with like your rebel group, basically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then that also has grinding and stuff in it as well, with the storyline set up. So
yeah,
like you can do missions in between the story missions to like level up your guys and stuff. Conquest supposedly is just brutal. But I guess people like that one more because like the storyline is like that of this evil king and empire that you're part of. Yeah. That you're, I guess, trying to change from within. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to like steer them in like a less evil way, I guess.
Yeah.
Which sounds like, and they were like, which really sucks because the storyline in Conquest is much more nuanced and interesting, but the gameplay is just brutal because there's no way to grind. You know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking death march. But that's kind of what makes the game itself. I mean, there's a reason why its box is like a dark knight with warriors covered in black armor and looks brooding. And Birthright's like, oh, sunrise. We're all having a good party time.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Revelation is going to come out for $20 as DLC, which is the 3rd version. I don't know. I kind of like it, though, that they just have a lot of different versions. I don't know. Because I know I'd play Birthright, and I'd just buy it. It's $30, you know? Like, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I want to see how much my stuff is worth here. Oh, my God. Oh, it's telling me how much stuff I've bought is worth for trade-ins. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I could trade in my Blu-ray of Topsy-Turvy for $13, basically. That's pretty awesome. The Criterion movie, Topsy-Turvy?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's really good. You'd really like it. We should watch it sometime. It's about the Gilbert and Sullivan, the Mikado.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, it's about writing the guy Gilbert and Sullivan writing the Mikado and
that
like kind of
cool.
rebounding from their creative hell that they were in, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I could get some cash for some items. I could earn up to $227 for trading in all of my items that I purchased in the past from Amazon. Huh. Man, I'm gonna have to look up some of my old 3DS games. 'Cause I bet there's some rare games
Probably.
that I have that are worth a lot that I never play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's got to be some some old classic. Oh, like this, man. Oh, that's new as 52. Like Hotel Dusk. I played most of that game. Remember Hotel Dusk for the 2DS or the 3DS, or just the DS?
Yeah, it was weird. I liked it, though.
That was like the digital noir detective game.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet, actually.
It was a really cool game, but no, I used copies are only selling for $10. If I had a new copy, but anyway. But I guess 999 is kind of similar. That came out. It's called 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. It's a similar type game for the DS as well. Kind of a detective game. There's some pretty cool games out for the DS. Like, if you don't have one... Oh, and it came out as Virtue's Last Reward on the 3DS. Zero Escape. I'm sorry, it got re-released. So you can get the 3DS version as well. Anyway, sorry. Moving on. Adam?
Soul Silver.
Soul Silver. What made you play Soul Silver? You just had a copy? You wanted some
Yeah.
Poke...
Yeah, I have a friend who's deeply into Pokemon. And actually, my sister's boyfriend is also kind of into it. And the thing is, like...
Get closer to the mic, Adam.
Sorry, I turned away. I turned away.
We're losing you.
I've never really been a handheld gamer for the most part.
Yep.
So I never really played them. But they're definitely the kind of games that I like.
I agree.
So
I can't believe you never got into Pokemon. It must have you just didn't have a Game Boy when the first one came out?
Yeah, that's pretty much what... Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one, but I think it broke pretty early on. It had like the weird screen thing that you couldn't see like half the screen, and
yeah,
a lot of those old ones did that. But yeah, so it just kind of was one of those things where he really liked it, and he's like, "You should really play this. I think you'd like it." And I said I probably would, and so I started playing it, and I do. I love it. It's fucking awesome.
20th anniversary of Pokemon. Do I feel old or what? I guess I was 10 when that first game came out, so yeah. I got into it then.
I wish I had. I wish I had so I could have like kept up on all this stuff.
Yeah, I have a Pokemon Red cart somewhere.
Yeah,
yeah,
but that's probably worth some cash.
An old Red. I think the battery might be dead in it.
Oh yeah,
which would be sad because I'd lose all my originals.
Yeah. I guess that the one I'm playing, Soul Silver, is Soul Silver is the remake of Silver, and I guess Silver is like the 4th generation.
Yes, that was a Game Boy Color game.
Yeah. And that's it's like 6 generations now, so it's the 4th one. And it's actually really cool because you when you pick out your starter Pokemon and stuff.
Yep.
It's like you have the one you have in the top slot that you throw out automatically is actually like your partner Pokemon, and he stays outside the Pokeball and like just follows you around everywhere, which is really cool because you can like switch them out, and they had like so they have it like for every single Pokemon that you can catch, to where they have a thing they made so you can see them follow you around and stuff, and you can actually talk to them and stuff too. Although usually they just have like smiley faces or whatever for their text, but. Yeah, it's really cool. It's there's some older stuff in there that's kind of annoying. Like I have the text set to fast as possible, and it's still fucking really slow.
Yeah.
It takes forever to save, and until you get the walking shoes or running shoes,
you're slow as hell.
You are slow as hell. Yes. I mean, those are the main things. I'm trying to wrap my head around all the different crazy, what's weak to what and what's strong against what and all these stuff. Because, each Pokemon has, a type, and that determines, their weaknesses and strengths. And there's different moves. The moves have their own, type as well. So, certain Pokemon learn certain moves of different types. It's crazy. But I really like it. It reminds me a lot of actually Persona, kind of, but a little different, and that you're just catching shit instead of like fusing and all that.
I'm really, oh man, I think I might have to buy Omega Ruby and Omega Sapphire.
That because Omega Sapphire, that's actually their most recent.
Alpha Sapphire.
Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby are the most recent ones to come out. They came out after X and Y, which are 6th generation. So they have a lot of the remakes of the 3rd.
Yeah, I played a ton of X and Y.
Yeah.
I have Black 2, I think, or I have Pokemon White 2.
Yeah.
I never played Heart Gold or Soul Silver. I have Diamond.
Yeah.
I have every single tier. I don't think I got Ruby and Sapphire ever. That's one I skipped. So I totally could play that. And
you should, because since it came out after X and Y, it has a lot of the convenience of those updated, so it has a lot of the same systems that are in X and Y.
Which one's the better one, Adam?
I actually don't know. My friend has Omega Sapphire. Or no, sorry, Omega Ruby. Omega Ruby.
So I should get Alpha Sapphire.
I guess if you want to.
I was about to say, if we ever hang out, then.
Because that's probably the one I will play. Yeah, I'll probably play Omega Ruby.
I should get this.
Yeah.
How much does it cost for code?
Don't know.
$40. Oh, I'm gonna buy this. I fucking love Pokemon games.
I do too. I'm happy to say now.
Oh, good. I'm glad you've come to the fold. But Adam, are you excited for the Pokemon Yellow version and all those?
I'm a little less excited about those because those are unlike other remakes. Those are going to be as they were originally. They're going to be black and white.
Virtual console. Actually,
yes.
Somewhat. Yes.
I mean...
It's going to be fucking awesome how they're doing it, though. Because it is the original versions, right?
Yes.
But they're built in a way to allow you to connect with the DS.
Yes.
Trade.
Yes.
So they have all of the trading functionality built in.
They do.
So I'm excited. I don't know. Which one would you get, though? I already played Red all the way through. I'm going to buy Yellow, because I never finished Yellow.
I don't know. I was not actually planning on getting them. If I didn't get, the Red and Blue...
got it.
As part of the package, I probably wasn't going to get them.
That's fine.
But maybe I would. I don't know. I am interested. I'm interested in the story stuff, because as another thing that I did this week, I watched all of Pokemon Origins.
What's that?
Which is basically, it's only 4 episodes.
Okay.
And it's basically a telling of the events of Red. It follows the character named Red. And,
okay.
It goes basically through all the events of the first game.
Huh.
It's kind of weird, though, because a lot of it gets just kind of, glossed over. Between episodes, they'll be and I did this, and this happened. And
so
then...
Ruby? You have Ruby?
Yes.
Okay, Sapphire. I just want to write that down.
Okay.
So I don't forget, because I'm going to probably buy it tonight, because I've got the itch for Pokemon.
Yeah. I haven't gotten too far yet in Soul Silver. I got my 3rd gym badge today.
Okay.
And that's I guess a bigger one, because most of the time you have 8 badges, but this one, I guess it takes place in the Johto region, but also you go back to the one from the first game, Kanto, and you can get 8 badges there as well. So there's actually 16 in this one. So I'm probably gonna be playing this for a while, but
yeah.
But yeah, I'm totally loving it. And I'm trying hard to learn all the different Pokemon and shit. Because now there's 750 of them. There were only 150, of course, or 151, I guess, in the original game. Counting Mew for the special event where you could get him. But
yeah,
it's awesome. And Pokemon Origins was actually, I have seen a little bit of different Pokemon series this week. So far, I think Origins has been my favorite. It's really cool too, because it starts out when the first episode starts up, it shows that screen from Red, black and white, a new game. It starts up new game, and at the end of every episode, it shows them saving, and like the next one starts up, they continue, and you can see like how many badges they've got at that point and stuff. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's probably not as good as a lot of other anime, but
yeah, of course. But you know, an interesting new perspective. You know,
yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's geared towards kids as well, but there's actually a lot of kind of interesting stuff in Origins, and even some of the other series are pretty funny sometimes. Pikachu is a source of endless entertainment for me.
Yeah,
in those shows because he's always like he has the best expressions. But yeah, I've been immersed in Pokemon this week pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be immersed in a lot worse, I think.
True.
I need to get Fire Emblem Awakening. I know Eric has the actual disc. I may just borrow it from him.
Yeah, that sounds really cool to me because I like the tactical stuff and like the social stuff too.
I'm like trying to look up like tactical games.
Yeah.
I guess there's Devil Survivor 2 comes up as one of these. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2.
Oh, that's the one. Is that really like a tactical game?
Yeah, it's strategy. So.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I mean, there are a lot of... the nice thing about the 3DS is it does play old DS games, so...
Yes.
Like, for instance, if I really wanted to play, I have the options of buying Advance Wars Days of Ruin, which was actually really well received. Which, you remember the Advance Wars games, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, those are good strategy games as well, you know, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the Final Fantasy Tactics style, where it's just like Advance Wars is kind of like that, but I don't know. I like the fantasy magic and shit too. So.
Yeah. Advance Wars is much more military style.
Yeah, it's definitely a different
going
vibe.
Through maps but I love the way that the Advance Wars games look, just with the awesome like. Oh, there's like a grizzled little general guy. It's a guy that you can play as. I don't know, man. I'll have to read the Metacritic on this one though. Maybe pick it up because I really do want to play some more strategy games because I've kind of been on a strategy kick.
Yeah,
you know, and I would like to play some more. And I heard Days of Ruin has got like a 90 Metacritic, well received. I guess the plot is 85, 86 of Metacritic. Huh. Comfortingly familiar. More approachable than before. Nice. I guess the storyline is darker than before, but still has some of the humor of the original game. So it's kind of like a dark war, but still a little bit of the like.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think some of those got kind of.
I'll have to go to a pre-played and see if I can pick up one of these because it looks like it's only like $15 used.
Nice.
Anyway, cool. Pokemon. So I've got. I'll have to play some Alpha Sapphire and let you know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Pokemon Origins you talked about. We got to move on.
When you hit X, yeah, we're actually running out of time.
We're not running out of time. We got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Not much time.
No.
To get through the news stories this week.
What was I gonna say? Oh. Which did you play of like X and Y?
I have one of the two, and I could not tell you.
Oh, okay.
Let me look at Amazon.
Okay.
I want to look at the cover is.
I kind of wanted to play one of those too.
Oh, actually, does it? Did I buy? I think I actually bought a physical copy on Amazon, so I can look at my my orders and see. Pokemon. Nope, I bought Pokemon Snap. A used copy.
Oh, yeah.
At some point that we remember you played.
Game. Yeah, that's a great game.
I think I have Pokemon Y. I'm just looking at the cover. Yeah, I think I have Y.
Okay.
Yeah, I have Y. I'll just message you. I have it down on my DS right now. So, but let's move off DSs. DSs are great.
Yeah.
Huh?
They are.
We'll have to talk about the stuff otherwise. I've been playing Diablo 3 in co-op. I'll talk more about that next week because I'm sure I'll play more. So
Cool.
And Adam, we can push off our movies that we watched to next week.
Yeah.
And I'll have stories of my best picture festival I'm going to this weekend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm seeing a bunch of the Best Picture nominees. Mad Max, Revenant, Room, and Spotlight is this weekend. I haven't seen 2 of those, so...
Room and Spotlight?
I have seen Revenant and Mad Max. I have not seen Room or Spotlight, so...
Yeah.
That'll be cool. But we
I
gotta
heard,
get to the
Revenant was... Yeah, okay. Yeah, we should go.
I'll talk about the Revenant more next week.
Okay.
After I've seen it a second time. It's incredible, but... I've seen it once, but... okay, John's Pad. I want to introduce this segment. And let me get my timer that I set so I can... Oh, fucking A. Only 90% of the way through the episode, this comes up finally. And we just mark that timer. John's Pad. John's Pad. I'll make an intro for this, so you'll have heard it by now. Break. Yeah. John's Pad. Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
Great intro. Adam will never hear it. But
Lovely.
you don't ever go back and listen, so.
Yeah.
I don't either. I mean, I listen to it when I edit it, but...
I figure I was there, so, you know.
Yeah, you know what happened. Except for, you might want to go back and listen to the Counter-Strike Go talk.
No, I'm good.
Okay. I don't think you caught all of it, but moving on. John's Pad, I started carrying around, because at work, so I may have stolen this from work a bit, but I do carry it around at work. We have little tiny notepads.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in my back pocket with a pen, so I can write down my thoughts.
Oh, wow.
I got a little daily journal.
Great.
It's not a journal, because I've been writing everything in it. I only have one thing in it this time. Adam?
Yes.
Hate shitting.
Okay.
That's what I have written.
That's an interesting...
What do you imagine hate shitting is?
I don't know. Do you, think of things that you hate while you shit?
Oh, I like that, but that's not it.
Oh.
So this is particular to a situation at work, and we can talk about this whole idea of work bathroom, etiquette and usage.
So do they shit out of hate?
Yes. So basically, all right, and you may know this because this may be how your work works or whatever, but we have multiple bathrooms around in our buildings.
Sure.
Some closer than others. There's the fabled bathroom in one of the further buildings away that actually has. Inside the men's room, there's actually a back room that has a door that shuts, that just has a toilet in its own shutting door room.
It's like the fabled executive bathroom.
It is the fucking executive bathroom, because you go into the bathroom, go into the door, shut it, you have a room to yourself, basically, to poop in. And you feel super safe and secure, and it doesn't feel like a public toilet at all.
Nice.
So that has always got someone in it. It's kind of far off, so it gets used less. Isn't near the larger masses of people.
Yeah.
But it still gets some use. So that's not the one I'm talking about. But and the other one that's closest to where I sit, there's a big stall, which I like to take, of course. I like to spread out, Adam. I don't know if you're like me, but you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
When you're getting down to a number 2, you got to have room to spread out.
Are you saying you have a wide stance?
I got a wide stance.
Okay.
I'm just saying I got a wide stance.
Sure. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm a tall guy. I need room for my legs to stretch out.
Sure.
Also, I another tall issue is that, my legs are long enough to where my knees are above my chest in some toilets, or above my waist in some toilets, because they're lower to the ground, which is probably better posture for using the bathroom. You're
I don't
supposed
think
to
that's
squat.
ever happened to me ever.
Well, you're not tall, so you don't have that problem.
No,
but
I'm not.
Anyway, so I need room to stretch my legs. So I like to use the handicap one. And I know personally that there aren't any handicapped people that work in my building, so I'm not stealing a stall that they need. Or at least I mean, I could be, but it's rare. And I'm only in there for 5 minutes, so and everybody else uses it. There's no, because I remember there was an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where they talked greatly about a non-handicapped person using the handicapped toilet and being mad about it, but I don't know. There's multiple bathrooms. If someone's in the handicapped stall, you can find another one. But the fabled far away bathroom at my work, Adam,
Yeah.
has a handicapped stall and the room. So there's 2 good stalls in there. So you're more likely for the long walk to be rewarded with 1 good bathroom.
Huh.
And the nice thing about that is that the handicap stall, there's no other toilets in there for pooping. So there won't be anyone sitting next to you pooping if you're out there. There'll be someone peeing possibly in the urinals, but
Sure.
so basically you don't have to sit next to somebody else going to the bathroom, number 2, when you're in that. So that's the best bathroom by far. But hate shitting is like somebody's in that fucking stall, that nice stall,
Yeah.
during the time that you've set aside to use the bathroom for a number 2. The coffee has gone through you too quickly, or
Sure.
the Indian food you had for lunch not agreeing with you, and you need to go. Someone's using the good stall. So you go to the other bathroom. Somebody's using the good stall. Go to the other bathroom. Somebody's using the good stall. Hate shitting, that's when you sit next to them and just shit your heart out angrily that they have taken the best seat. So I'd like to coin the term hate shitting as pooping to make someone uncomfortable or angry. So that's it.
That makes sense.
So if hate shitting could be if you're out camping, put the latrine next to somebody's tent that you hate. That way they have to hear you do your business. Anyway, Adam, what's your thought on work pooing?
I do it when necessary.
Okay, but I know you. You know me.
Yeah.
We're guys. We like to take our time.
Yeah.
You want a good 5-10 minutes, sit there, read an article.
Yeah.
Compose yourself, have a little me time,
Absolutely.
listen to some music, relax. I love a good bathroom. That's why that room with the door, best. 'Cause you're kind of off on your own world for a little bit. So do you have any particular favorite bathrooms in your place of business?
I do.
Yeah?
It's
Everybody
actually
has one. It's great.
Yeah. It kind of sucks because there's one actually really close to us.
But it's a bad setup?
It's not bad. It's just not the nicer one. And I feel dumb walking further to the other one.
Yeah.
Also, the other one is sometimes more busy because it's better, I think. I don't know. It's always a trade-off. Usually I don't bother to go to the nicer one. I just go to the one that's close by. And, yeah. I don't know. I like to try and time it. I don't know. I hate going right after lunch.
Yep, that's the rush time for the bathroom.
Exactly. Because it's just always busy and it bugs me.
I like a good 2 to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Mid-afternoon dump.
Yeah, 3 o'clock is a nice time.
The mid-afternoon dump with John Rowe.
But you gotta be careful too. If you go too late, a lot of people leave at 4 at my place. So
Yeah.
sometimes they'll
Hit the head before the head out.
Yeah, I'll be I'll actually get off work at 1:45 and just take my break and go to the bathroom and leave or whatever.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Adam's got a favorite bathroom. Everyone does.
Everyone does.
What makes it your favorite? Mine is the favorite because it has the locking door room,
Yes.
and the other one is the large toilet. So there's really only 2 pooping places, and there's no connection between them. So
Yeah, I always go for the handicap when possible in either bathroom.
of course,
But
just more
the reason-
room.
Yeah. The reason I like the nicer one is just because, for one thing, it's it doesn't have metal stalls. It has the plastic or the
Ooh la la!
yeah, and also the handicapped one goes all the way across the room.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's 2 regular stalls and then it cuts across the room, so it's
So you don't have people walking in front of your stall or something?
basically yeah.
Okay.
It's just that whole final section of the room is just kind of walled off.
Is there nothing worse than you being in a stall and someone trying the door?
Oh, it's definitely
That is one of the
sphincter clenching moment.
Yep, that is one of the worst things.
Yeah.
I also have a situation where I don't like to go if anyone else is in the room.
Yeah, me too.
I usually wait for someone who's using the urinal to leave before I go because I'm
yeah.
you don't want none of this. I'm being
mean-
nice here. I'm gonna wait to drop the bombs until no one's around to hear it.
Exactly. It's just you don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear.
I don't want to know that someone's hearing this.
Exactly. Like,
the worst is like I was using the urinal in the bathroom, and this guy ran in, or not ran in, but he went to the bathroom, dropped towel, just immediately the loudest dump ever, like right next to me, and I was like, God, wow, well, some decorum, please.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes
you gotta go.
Sometimes you gotta go.
Fair enough. But it was just like, wow, and I had the door open too, so anyone in the hallway heard that.
Ooh,
because they just went for it. It was loud. It was just like, oof. Like a carpet bombing.
I hope that was like an issue, because like otherwise that's just like
if your normal dump noise is that loud, boy, I feel sorry.
Actually, while we're on the topic of bathrooms, work bathrooms, I always feel weird now, like just if I have to pee going to the urinal, because I lost a decent amount of weight recently, and I have a belt now, but it's gotten to the point where the belt is like, how when you first get the belt, like everything lines up with the loops like super perfectly.
I don't use loops in belts.
Well, okay, then you've won. You win.
I have a military style belt where it is just a braid, and then it has like a clamp, I guess, that like cinches. So you set the size, and then you pull the cinch, and
that's smart.
So it is the exact perfect size for my waist every time.
I have not one, but I have 2 holes and things to do.
Have you added extra holes to the belt?
I have not yet. In fact, I got a belt that was all holes, so I wouldn't have to do that.
Nice.
It's holes all the way down, but there's it's a pair of holes, like and two pairs of things. And when you start out with a belt, like it's a little bit stiff and stuff like that. And those fit in perfectly, but as you get going, like it gets kind of loose, Yeah. And you kind of have to hunt for it. And I've got 2 of them to hunt for, and also I'm like pulling the belt in way further now because I got it when I was bigger. And I'm cinching it up real tight.
And working through the rungs.
Yeah, I'm trying to... You spend 10 to 15 seconds trying to line that shit up, and I feel stupid. I feel really stupid doing that, like, in front of the stall.
Question.
And then like, trying to weave the spare belt in through the other loops, and, like...
Are you... Now,
it's a whole...
You should get a new belt first, but you're taking your belt off to urinate?
Well, I don't take it off.
You loosen your belt to urinate?
Yeah.
Why? There's a zipper, and you just unzip and go.
You don't, undo the top of your pants when you...
No. I just unzip the zipper. I'm a guy. I got equipment. I can just go out the zipper hole.
Well, okay, the other thing is I wear, boxer briefs, so...
I wear boxer briefs.
So, do you, just unzip and then pull your underwear down through the hole?
No, I go through the fucking barn doors. On the front of the
barn doors are pretty... They have a lot of crossover. So
that's mine, too.
You just, reach in there and dig. And just get that... Okay.
The first couple seconds probably look weird, because... you're pushing one side of the cloth to one side, you're grabbing the other one, and that's how I do it.
I feel like I'd have to really dig around there to
Adam, do you pull your pants all the way down around your ankles when you
Fuck, no. God, no.
Are you one of those guys?
No.
Okay.
But I do undo my belt, and I don't do my...
The only problem with the barn doors method is if you have not properly shaken off, you will have pee on you.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because there's just no way around it, because you have to kind of just basically dig it out. Okay. I don't want to it's not like I have some, Magnum dong where it just flops out. But it does take a little bit of maneuvering around the folds of the cloth.
I just think that would look really awkward. I mean, not to say that I'm
Are you just staring at people when they're peeing at them?
Well, no.
Eyes forward, clear hearts, can't lose.
That's also part of the weirdness, is that I kind of feel like I want to... You want to do the straightforward thing, but I'm trying to fuck with my fucking belt loops. So I'm trying to... It's just, I don't know, it's a thing.
That's weird. I would suggest just learning how to do the barn doors in the front.
I don't feel right reaching into my underwear like that. I don't know. It's weird.
Maybe your underwear's too tight.
you want it to be a little tight. I mean, you want some support. That's the whole
Commando,
point of having underwear.
that'll fix it.
No, Commando it's a fool's errand.
I only ever do it on rare occasions.
It's
when underwear has run out unexpectedly.
I don't even do it in that situation.
Really? I'd rather not wear. No, there was a situation where I think I had to go commando because I forget what it was. I feel like I spilled something on my pants at work.
Yeah.
And the outer pants, I think I had a spare pair.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't have a spare pair of underwear, and I was like, I gotta get back fast. I don't got time for this. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go commando for the rest of this half of this day, because it's just gonna work better, and I'm not gonna have wet underneath my pants situation going on.
I don't know, though, just because Commando's so uncomfortable, unless you're, like, wearing a kilt or something.
It's not uncomfortable.
Man, the inside of your pants are not...
You just need to buy better pants, man.
Well, I'm wearing
How much money
khakis,
do you spend on a pair of khakis, Adam?
Not a ton, but like...
How much? Tell me how much a pair of khakis costs.
Dude, I bought my last khakis like 3 years ago. I don't even remember. Like $20 maybe? I don't know.
You need to spend at least $60 on a pair of pants.
Fuck no.
Adam,
I'm not spending $60 on any pair of pants.
I have purchased a $60 pair of jeans.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed my life. So
but here's the thing. I don't
they
even
don't
like...
rip. These have with the denim.
Yeah.
Elastic fibers woven through the denim.
Yeah.
To have extra give, so I can like stretch. I can do like
I
can do like a splits in these things.
I have elastic khakis too, and they're perfectly comfortable. But they're not like made of such fine material that I want my dong rubbed against them all day long.
That's fair enough.
Of them.
And you do have the zipper. That's
there's a zipper.
The zipper
also,
is positioned at the exact worst spot.
There's also the lack of testicular support. I kind of want those like tucked up in there. I don't want them like
you want your two
back and forth.
You want your two rotund gentlemen gently cupped?
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, just some jostling, and it's almost like a graze tap every once in a while.
No, I agree. I agree. I actually have two pairs. I have a boxer brief from the Champion sports line that are much tighter, much more spandexy. And then I have my classic...
Oh, yeah. I have some Hanes like that. They're my favorite.
I have some classic Hanes Comfort Softs that are very loose, almost boxerish. And those are okay, too. But they do give support. But the Champion ones, everything is high and tight.
Yeah, that's...
it is... Everything's all good, There's
that's
no
how I like
jostling.
It. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wow, we really went deep into...
that's what John's Pad's all about.
Yeah.
Okay. How much time do we have?
I think we're T negative like 5 or 10.
5 minutes, maybe? Okay.
Yeah. 5.
All right, Adam, let's get through the news and we'll be done. Because we have to get through the news because it won't be news next week. Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah.
New director. It's going.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can't talk about this, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We don't have time.
No.
Fuck. All right.
I like Pacific Rim. I'm glad there's going to be a second one.
I'm ambivalent on Pacific Rim. How about this? A lot of people really loved Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
I liked it, and I would love to see another one.
Yeah.
I would say on the rating scale,
yeah,
maybe a 3 out of 5 for me.
I'd probably give it a 4, just because
it had too many problems that I really didn't like.
Yeah,
but man, that concept and that CG was fucking awesome.
It's got style. It's
got good style.
Yeah.
That fucking plot, though, oh my god.
No, okay, yeah.
It was B-grade anime.
Dude, but come on. Well, yeah. I'm used to B-grade anime. But also,
me too, but like...
anything with Charlie Day and Ron Perlman in it instantly, gets an extra star.
Okay, Ron Perlman was a revelation. He was excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but... okay, well, we're getting through these. All right, moving on. Pacific Rim 2. I'm excited, though. Because, fucking great concept. Great world. Awesome little fighting robots. Awesome.
Totally.
Back to Counter-Strike Go. They just announced today that they're major. So they put, they have majors, which is like regional tournaments every few months.
Okay.
The prize for winning a major is now $1 million every
Damn.
contest. Yep, so the major in Cleveland will be the first one for $1 million. Oh, let me see how many they do a year. Highlighted tournaments are CSGO majors, Counter-Strike Wiki. There are how many in 2016? One. Okay, well, there's the MLG Major Championship in Columbus. There's DreamHack Masters in Malmo, Sweden. There's Pro League Season 9 in London. DreamHack Austin. There's probably about, it looks to be like a little under 20 majors a year.
Wow. It's a lot of cash.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so the prize pool is not updated on here. So it looks like just the U.S. majors right now are getting $1 million.
Oh, okay.
MLG's major is $1 million, and then there is the Atlanta E-League Season 1 that starts in May, which is $1 million top prize as well. So,
Well, is this... so is this actually like being put up by Valve?
yes, Valve is putting
Okay.
up the money.
I see.
Like for instance, MLG last year in the U.S. Top prize was $250,000.
So
It's 4 times the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I want to try and get into watching the competitive Counter-Strike Go a little bit because I watched a couple tutorials from some of the guys that play it, and they're like, you know, telling you strategies on how to clear each map. Basically, like look for these corners. You know, make sure you're pre-aiming when you go around a door. Basically, so you want to line up your crosshairs so that when you strafe around a door, you'll be pointed directly at the spot where guys are. So you don't have to aim; you just have to click. Anyway, yeah, but lots of really cool stuff there. But anyway, $1 million, man, Jesus! Just to think that the Dota was some stupid amount of money last year. What was the Dota championship?
It was like 14 million or something. It was like nuts.
I gotta look it up because I just want to get the Dota 2 International 2015. No, that's the Compendium website. Here we go. International. This is the first international for reference's sake. 2011 was $1 million was the top prize. So
It's gone up at a crazy rate because like Compendium, like it goes towards like each sale of the Compendium goes towards prize money and shit, and money spent on that.
Yeah, and then so they've started a majors format as well, with Dota, which is basically like they're going to have like regional majors tournaments around the world, and now I think the Dota ones are also $1 million. Is that so? It was 15 million.
15. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, a little over 15 million. Jesus. Oh, it's 18 million by the end of it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Shit.
So I think maybe 15 might have been the top prize or something. Split between 5 guys. Like, Jesus. We're talking sports money. We're getting close.
Yeah.
To professionals' money. So that's some insane stuff. But yeah, CSGO is working, kind of working up the charts as a very competitive online game as well. All right. Let's talk about Valve again.
Okay.
And we'll save the Fig game thing for next week, I think.
Sure.
Valve had their VR headset solution.
Yes.
HTC partnered with Valve, the hardware company. HTC partnered with Valve to make the Vive,
Right.
which is basically a kind of like the Oculus Rift, but slightly different because the Vive has in-room sensors with positional trackers for the headset. So I think the idea is you clear like an X by X space, I think maybe 10 by 10 or 8 by 8 space, and put a receiver in one in each corner, and then it can positionally track you in the room. So the idea is, for a game like Job Simulator, which is switching from it, you actually move around with the included motion controllers, one for each hand, and like kind of you click in the thumbsticks to pick something up. So the idea with like Job Simulator is you're picking up a box, you're putting it here, you're picking up a dish, you're washing it with your hands. And people have said that just it feels and looks incredible because with the hand, attachments and the positional tracking of walking around, it feels really immersive. So it's kind of a step above the Oculus in terms of immersion.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but this is probably the one that I would get last out of all the ones that are coming out. Just because, at least for me, I don't have that kind of space. Like, there's no... And,
that is true.
Having to hook up 4 different sensors around the room and get that shit aligned, and it just seems like more hassle than I could deal with.
Oh, definitely.
Especially at my current location.
And that is also the price for this has come out, is $800.
Yeah, $200
so
above the Rift.
Yes, so this is a bit more premium than the Rift, but that is true that it also does come with 2 hand controllers and the external sensors, so it is including a lot more equipment and for a more deeper, I guess, immersion level. So it is more expensive, but it was always going to be more expensive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it has these extra controllers.
I'm really anxious to see where like Morpheus is going to land.
Yeah, so it's not called that anymore, but
right.
PlayStation VR is what it's called.
Which is stupid.
They went to the simplest name possible.
Because Morpheus was actually an awesome name.
Well, it was a code name. It was like when they changed the GameCube was the Dolphin.
From Revolution.
Or the Revolution. Yeah, Dolphin was the N64.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. It's like, I kind of like the code name. But whatever. That's probably, they said console, so that's going to be $300 to $400.
I've heard that's nearly as good as Oculus, though. Like, from people who do it.
Again, Sony's a big company that's used to selling equipment at a loss, though. So
that's true.
They might be able to do it. Although Facebook, and the worst part about the fucking Oculus thing, though,
they said they're selling it at cost, pretty much.
Yeah, but the worst thing about the Oculus is, I wish I would have backed that.
Oh yeah,
I mean, $300, and I thought about it, but I just didn't have the petty cash.
Right.
$300 for that Kickstarter would have gotten you the Dev Kit 1, which everyone said, it doesn't look nearly as good as the stuff they have now.
Right.
But it was passable. Definitely worth $300, to mess around with. And now you're getting a full retail version with it for free. Yeah. That is incredible. Like,
that is pretty
fucking
awesome.
Good on you. That is how you do a Kickstarter campaign. I mean, they're rewarding their initial backers, and there weren't that many, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's less than 100,000. I mean, it's not a significant amount of units they're going to have to give away. So, it just really adds a lot of goodwill. I mean, it makes me feel good for that company, because clearly they had the consumers in mind when they're putting that out, because they're rewarding the people that were the early adopters. So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I honestly, it seems like after the price of the Oculus came out, it was like, okay, I'm a year away from VR. This is not my year.
Yeah,
I'm a Gen 2 VR person.
Yeah,
like
totally.
I have my headset that works with my phone, and that has allowed me to try out 3D like surround sound or surround video and stuff, which looks incredible. So I've gotten a taste. So I feel like I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm not, because there isn't the software either, Adam. You know what I mean?
No.
There just aren't. There isn't a flagship game for VR right now. So, well, I think it's cool, and I'd love to hang out somewhere with somebody who has one to try it out. But I can't see buying myself one.
Yeah, me either.
Not now. I mean, and not to mention my computer is not Oculus ready. Although I'm just a video card away, so whatever. Even though it says my CPU isn't fast enough, I don't get it. Fuck you. It's 3.4 gigahertz octa-core. I'm pretty sure it's fine. I don't have enough USB ports though, which I don't think you can. Can you put USB 3.0 in PCI slot?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, my computer has it, I think.
Okay, so I could throw in a PCI USB 3.0 card then.
I believe so.
All right, that's not too bad then. I could probably do that. Do you need a power cable for that cord, do you think? In the motherboard? From the motherboard?
Probably.
Shit! All right.
If you want your USBs to charge stuff, I would say, yeah.
Oh, it doesn't power through the PCI slot?
Don't think so.
Okay. Well, it does. It does for some video cards.
Maybe it does.
It doesn't have enough power to run big fans on video cards.
Yeah.
But it might for a USB slot.
It might.
I'll have to look into it. But
Yeah.
I'm honestly of the thought that I'm going to have to just buy a new computer next year.
Yeah.
This is the last year for this guy. My video card hasn't crashed in like a couple days. And I know at least I'm like 99% certain it's just the video card because it really only crashes after I've played a game for a few hours. And it seems to all be in the game, and then when I reboot, everything seems fine. It's just a shitty fucking build. Anyway, so we'll tan next week. Jay and Silent Bob is on Fig, if you remember.
Yes.
The Fig, which is the new crowdfunding games crowdfunding thing, named after the Figueroa Hotel in LA, which is, I guess, where a lot of indie deals went down back in the day at E3. Some people remember the Figueroa, or they call it the Fig. We're going to meet the Fig, talk about our indie game. So that's the crowdfunding platform where you can actually put money down as an investor if you have enough money.
Yes.
I think if you have over a certain amount of money in assets, you're allowed to put money in as an investor. Or
takes money to make money.
Yeah, basically, there's actually United States law will prevent you from becoming an investor in something if you don't have a certain X amount of property, basically.
What's the word? You have to be like, not verified, but like some kind of... You have to be like
it might be verified investor or validated. And
there's some word. I can't remember exactly what it is, but you have to be like certified in some way or some kind of... Accredited.
Accredited, that's probably it. About Fig. Let's see, how does that work? But yeah, so the idea is that you can actually make money off a game if it's like crazy successful.
It's like Kickstarter, except you actually get a return on investment from it.
You can if you donate enough.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but to be fair, you have to like SEC filings and all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
it's like a real investment like thing. But they're actually working with the government to actually figure out a way to change, because crowdfunding has become such a big thing to where they want people that don't have that much money to be able to invest.
That'd be cool.
And we'll see. Kevin Smith's Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch. Let's just do it right now. We're talking about it enough. It'll take 2 minutes. It looks like a side-scrolling beat-em-up game.
Okay.
With kind of a cartoony art style. Where you play as Jay and Silent Bob. There isn't a lot. I mean, again, it's crowdfunding for a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's at the, pre-alpha stage. We just have some concept art, basically, at this point. But there does look like some in-game style concept art. We don't really know how much there is, how far along they are. But with the help of Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, the Smodco team, they're bringing the appropriately named Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch. So it's kind of like a humorous game where you're Jay and Silent Bob. The story is customers are gone. They're on a mission to find out why. Their drug customers are gone because they're drug dealers.
Yes.
Their search soon leads them to the sparkling new mega mall, which is almost a city unto itself, complete with apartments, restaurants, hospitals, and schools. On the surface, the mall seems a utopia, but as our heroes soon discover, once a would-be patron of this paradise enters, they find they can't find their way out. Before long, the power of the place mesmerizes them, and they can no longer remember their lives before becoming permanent citizens of the Galleria. Who's responsible for this diabolical labyrinth?
David Bowie.
What do they want? Will Jay and Silent Bob ever find the Orange Julius? Only time will tell. I have some art design here for some of the monster types. Gameplay seems to be... Regular combat is inspired by games like God Hand and Marvel vs. Capcom.
God Hand, that actually interests me, because God Hand was pretty unique in its attack system.
Yep. Mechanics... spliced with the tag team mechanics of Donkey Kong Country. So you could switch between the two characters and they have different abilities.
That's cool.
Or you can play cooperatively with a friend. There's Convo Combo Combat. So it sounds like there's a branching storyline, including kind of like an insult combat fighting game type deal.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like you're telling your mom jokes to characters and making them angry or happy, depending on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I just say I love the name? The name of the developer is my favorite punctuation. They're
What's
called Interrobang Entertainment, which is
Interrobang.
The Interrobang is my favorite punctuation. It is the
Interrobang
combination.
Yep.
It's a combination of the exclamation point and question mark, where they're put together to express like surprised questioning.
A loud surprise.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a what kind of thing. You know?
So it sounds like they want it to come out in 2018, so that's 2 years away. It says that they've been working on it in the lab for a little over a year, and teams are developing this style of game for much longer. But 2018 seems a long ways out if you've already been working for a year. But
well, depends, I guess.
But they don't want they. I guess what they're saying is, what is Kevin Smith's role? Kevin and Jason are letting us run wild with their characters and ideas. In addition to lending their voice talents to the game, they'll be on hand to consult. So they're just creative consultants in voice. It's not being written by Kevin Smith or anything. But I mean, who could expect that? I mean, there's all sorts of...
Dude stays busy with his podcast.
He does. There's all sorts of backer levels. There's... I mean, you can get prints. I mean, I just got a billion.
It's like a Kickstarter.
It's like a Kickstarter. I mean, you just look through it. I'm not excited in pretty much any way for this.
Yeah, I was actually surprised you even put it on the list.
I don't know. But, I mean, people might be interested. I mean, it's another Fig game. There's not a lot of Fig games out there, so
that's true.
And the fact that it's a Jay and Silent Bob game kind of shows that they're, I guess, trying to cater towards a more, I don't know, well-known aesthetic or a well-known
brand,
rather
IP.
than going with something new. I mean, they did Psychonauts 2 through Fig as well.
Yeah.
They're asking for $400,000, so not that much, to be honest. Which sounds about right for a small team 2D platformer game.
Well, I'm beginning to have other funding, too.
We'll see what they get. They have some crazy amounts of backing levels.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a backer level of 10,000.
Well,
which includes
we're dealing with accredited investors here, so.
Well, that's not the accredited investors stuff.
No,
necessarily. But
you got $10,000 to be thrown around. I think you.
Yeah, I don't
think you could be an accredited investor.
But yeah, I guess. But I guess 10,000 you can be an extra in Kevin's next movie as well.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Stuff, so, 5,000 puts you as a sprite in the game.
Nice.
5 people, like probably background enemies. $5,000 gets you an arcade stick. 5,000 you could design an enemy. 2,000 some insults. I mean, this is just crazy. I don't know. It seems like a lot, I guess, because I guess the lowest amount of money for a physical copy is $125, and it comes with a T-shirt. It's like, really?
Yeah. I know how that goes.
A digital download of the game and a T-shirt, or
a T-shirt I won't be able to wear,
or a T-shirt you won't want to wear. You don't know what it's going to look like.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, it was just kind of funny because
nuts.
like they got like art prints that'll be signed by the artist who made them for $350. It's just like, really, like physical game.
Yeah.
Okay. The physical one actually. Okay, got it. No, the 125 one doesn't even come with the action figures that they're making. Jesus Christ! Really? Oh, anyway, whatever. People want to waste their money on stuff like this, they can. I mean,
yeah.
It looks like if you want just a digital copy of the game, there's still like 400 early birds for $18. Otherwise, I think the regular price is $20 for the digital version. That's not insane.
Yeah,
it's a good price for a 2D game. Anyway, So that's gonna do it for this week, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
It's been a 2-hour-long episode.
Yes, it has.
We got through pretty much everything though, which is good.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for spending too much time talking about Pokemon, but Adam's a new convert.
I am.
We had to chat. We'll have to. What's your favorite Pokemon so far?
Oh, that's the thing. Like, there's so many.
I know mine. It's
I
back from red
really-
and blue.
Yeah.
Articuno.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a legendary one, isn't it?
Yes, is the legendary Ice Bird.
I like a lot of legendaries. I actually really like Arcanine a lot.
Okay, Arcanine's cool. The fire dog.
Arcanine's super cool. Yes. And a lot of the evolutions are cool. Like
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my
Jolteon and Umbreon and
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what my favorite non-ultimate Pokemon is, though.
Zoroark's pretty cool.
Non-ultimate. Oh man, I'm like trying to go through my old crew on my Pokemon. Boy, who could do some fucking damage? Abracadabra is pretty badass.
I've got an Abra right now.
Yeah,
It's
Abra
fucking driving me insane because all it had when I got it was teleport, and I'm leveling it up like a ton.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how they go with those guys. But they're awesome because they get
Also-
some psychic is pretty good.
The only way to get Abracadabra, at least in Soul Silver, is to get a Kadabra, and then you have to fucking trade it with somebody and trade
Yeah.
it back to get Abracadabra.
Yeah, I had to do that in red and blue, but you just trade it back.
In the newer, have you seen his Mega Evolution in the newer ones?
Yes, possibly.
It is the most badass looking thing ever.
I feel like
like-
I've seen it because I played Y and I did the Mega
Yeah.
Evolution stuff, but
fucking
Gyarados
love it.
also a favorite,
Oh, Gyarados? Yeah, Gyarados is pretty good.
and Dragonite I also liked.
Yeah.
Gyarados is
Dragonite's
probably my favorite of the The dragon Pokemon are fucking sweet.
Yeah. I
anyway.
like the ones that look like furry mammals, like Vulpix and Ninetales and
Any fox related Pokemon.
yes, Fox like Delphox is pretty cool.
Of the newer ones, Halucha is fucking awesome.
Oh, the Luchador bird.
The Luchador bird, the
Yeah.
fighting bird, I fucking
Yes.
love. That's probably my favorite of the newer generation.
That's pretty
The
cool.
fucking Luchador bird. Anyway,
yeah.
we've got to go.
Pokemon.
Adam, what's your word of the week?
My word of the week is.
While you think of
gotta-
your word of the week, wait, I'll let you think of it.
Okay.
Unless you don't have it, but I'll let you mull it. Born in the 80s. .net is the website, or 80spodcast.com. Feel free to leave a comment there. And guess what? We are a podcast that doesn't have any advertising budget. That means if you like the show, you should tell someone else who you think would like the show. You like video games, you like movies, you're someone who was born in the 80s. It's got to have something to listen to. Born in the 80s, great podcast. Actually saw that there was a Madison podcast, like a workshop discussion, and our podcast was listed on the name of Madison Podcast, and I was not there, so props to whoever was there that mentioned us.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I could not make it, unfortunately. It was a night I was unavailable, but yeah, so just keep looking out, man. There's some great podcasts. I mean, Sean Course does family. I really hope I pronounce his name last. I've only met him a few times, and I've never had to say his last name. So, but he does Famicom Dojo in town with his friend who lives in Japan now. So that's a cool podcast they do together. It's very Nintendo based, but also regular video games as well, which I like listening to that every week, and also on Little Podcast Network. So awesome! Listen to those great shows. Adam, word of the week.
Rappaport.
God damn it.
The rapport between rappers.
Okay, Rapperport. That's the episode title too. So I mean,
Okay.
good Rapperport. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Adam, say goodbye. Forever.
Goodbye.
All right. Thank you. Because that would be the worst if I forgot it. Adam, Tomorrowland?
Is that all one word? Oh, no, maybe. No.
I'm just gonna listen to levels one final time.
Yeah.
Now that we've gone live, though, like it doesn't want to update correctly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just dumb. All right, talk a bit.
Okay. I'm talking a bit. Talking a bit towards my mic.
Good.
Talk.
Okay, those sound good to me.
Sweet.
All right. All right, let's just get started. It's 2:05.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I dropped my phone. Oh, we've been only podcasting for like 7 years, but I want to try and do a thing. Start a stopwatch so I can do timestamps for notes, because it'll make it easier.
Yeah.
Just to make my life easier. So I'm going to start it when I start. All right. Are you ready to go?
1 second.
All right. Just get your scratching on. I'm going to get a little sip of Diet Dr. Pepper.
Scratching?
Well, it sounds like you're scratching yourself.
Oh, that's not what's happening.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready to rumble. All right.
Actually,
What? Oh, you bastard.
sorry.
You said you're ready.
Thought I was.
Are you done adjusting yourself?
I'm not adjusting
It's
myself.
what it's. I can only hear. There's like grunting and movement.
I'm laying on the bed. It's my sheets.
Now are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Born. Oh, you fucking piece of shit!
Okay.
You
you're
just
good
like
to
a fucking dad noise machine.
go now. Yes. That's water. Some Aquafina.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
That's pool water.